Welcome back to Native Speaker. Let's have a look now at the link word families. These include but, because, about, and, if, to, and so. All ideas, sentences, paragraphs and phrases are connected with conjunctions like but, because, about, and, if, to, and so. But all of these families have lots and lots of very high quality versions that students don't use enough. These are 7 of the link word families, including 106 commonly used link words and phrases. They're extremely common and popular in native speaker usage. Some of them are formal and suitable for writing, and some are more suited to informal usage, and there are nuances and differences in meaning and construction. So let's have a look first at the but family and the concession cousins. The concession cousins are part of the but family that deal with concession. They include having said that, that being said, saying that, on the other hand, mind you, then again, at the same time, however, although, though, even if, while, and whilst. Concession phrases. What is concession? Well, concession means acceptance of another point of view and alternate sides of a scenario. In other words, a balance of opinions. It is very important in academic, business and general English. So concession phrases are very important for students who want to advance their use of English in reading, listening, speaking and writing. So remember, there are nuances and differences in meaning and construction, and that's what we'll have a look at now. Imagine when you build a sentence or 2 sentences that there are 3 positions. Position A, B, and C. In this case, we'll create a subclause, a link phrase, and a main clause. I'm using clause here in a very loose sense because it'll not just be part of a sentence, it might be part of 2 sentences. But I'm going to use the expression clause. And here we're going to put our link phrase in the middle, which is position B. So for example, electric cars are quite eco-friendly, and we'll put in a comma and then we'll say but they are a bit expensive. Farming can be a tough job, but it's a healthy lifestyle. This brand of makeup is expensive, but it's not quite as good as some of the main brands. The mainstream media has been accused of spreading fake news, but some social media sites are also quite subjective at times. Children love to watch cartoons, but some of them can be quite violent. Staff do not like wearing masks in the office during the pandemic, but they know they have no choice, really. The government needs to do more to get people back to work, but this has been an unprecedented crisis. Unprecedented means never happened before. So here we have, in position A and position C, 2 parts of a sentence or an idea that are in some way opposite to each other, or they show an alternate perspective. And here in the middle we have but we want to use the higher value versions of but from the but family. So let's have a look at how to do this. Well, there'll be a little bit of construction nuance here. The first thing we'll do is we'll put in a full stop here and we'll make position A its own sentence. Then we'll put in a comma over here, so that means position B and position C, the link phrase and the main clause, they're going to be in the same sentence. So we're actually going to have 2 separate sentences. So our first high value version of but is having said that. Having said that. That being said. That being said. Saying that. Now these 3 phrases are very popular amongst native speakers, especially in formal scenarios like presentations, essays and reports and emails. Then we have on the other hand, quite a few students know that one, and then we have however, and that's very popular, everyone knows that one. Then we have mind you, at the same time, I've put these 2 sharing the same bedroom, and then we have then again. I've only put these two here because I didn't really have space, so I've put them sharing that same box. So the darker colored ones here are slightly more formal, and the lighter colored ones are slightly less formal. As we have a full stop here, it's very important that there's a capital letter at this one because we're starting a new sentence. You might think that's obvious, but you'd be surprised how often students get that wrong. So as I said, these guys here, these can be used in formal situations like essays, projects, emails, and presentations. You can use them in some conversational situations also, but you just have to use an informal tone of voice, sound a little bit more relaxed. Then down here we have less formal, rather informal and conversational structures not suitable for essays, projects, etc. So phrases like mind you, then again, at the same time, these are less common in formal writing and very formal speaking. Though when we're speaking we tend to be friendly, so there's more informality. So these are concession phrases. Now, a little nuance that I want to show you, this little thing that makes it slightly different. Same sentence, same construction more or less, but here we don't have a full stop, we have a semicolon. So it's also possible to divide this with a semicolon, and now you can see here that there is no capital letter because a capital doesn't follow a semicolon for common nouns or gerund nouns or things like that. So that's just another thing where the devil is in the details. So we keep the comma, but we put in a semicolon instead, and then make sure that we're using a lowercase letter here. Now we're going to have a look at another way in which concession phrases are used, and again there's a slight change here. We go back to position A, position B, and position C, but in this case we're going to see a change. The link phrase will go to the beginning, the subclause will go to the middle, and the main clause will go to the end. We'll use the same sentence and we'll have a comma here. And over here, no, there will be no full stop here, that goes. And then over here, the link phrases we used earlier are not possible now in position A, so we have to swap them for some of their brothers and sisters in the concession cousin family. So which one can we use? Well, the first choice here would definitely be although. This is extremely popular, especially in position A. So although electric cars are quite eco-friendly, comma, they are a bit expensive. In the second position, I would put while. Now, some people would say that this is a joint position, but that's fine. It's just my opinion. But these two are definitely the most popular. While and although, when you're speaking in general about something like this and you're showing a difference, and the link phrase is first, while farming can be a tough job, comma, it's a healthy lifestyle. So these are two very popular ones here. And as you can see, there is no punctuation between position A and position B. Whilst is a very formal version of while, so I'd keep that if you're writing a very serious and formal essay or report to emails to clients. It sounds a little bit serious, so when we get very formal it can sound a little bit unfriendly, so bear that in mind that this is very formal. Then we have even if and even though and though. Now though is possible here in position A. It's not super popular in this position, but it's very popular in position B, and we'll be looking at that in another lesson. So yes, you can use it here, but I wouldn't say it's anywhere near as popular as although. And then I've put in although again because that's it. I don't have any other ones to use. The thing about even if and even though, well, even suggests emphasis. So it's often used in argumentative scenarios. This is a nuance of even. So it's one of the little things about even. So we use even though and even if when we are emphasizing something. So if you are making a strong point, these two guys are there to sound put a little bit of strength into your sentence. So we've just covered 14 concession phrases from the but family. That's more than 14% of all the link phrases. My, how time flies when you're having fun. If you like to join one of our online courses, that include live interactive lessons, just drop us a line on info@nativespeaker.ie and we'll be happy to chat to you about that. If you enjoy the lesson, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That's all from me. The very best of luck, and I'll see you all next time.